All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Right? Happy Tuesday. Oh, thank you. Sure, it's still my birthday. It's Leo season.
Birthday till next year, girl.
That's right. I have a year-long birthday. Woo! Yeah. Okay. So how's everyone in Zoom land? Can you hear me? Can you hear us? All right, Jocelyn, Christine, Pam. Hey, congratulations again on capping, Pam. Woo! Okay, so let's get going. Hey, Steve and Louisa, hey, Roger, the meeting started. So I wanted to have a quick conversation that's not on a quick serious kind of conversation about you guys. Michael Couchette just shared with me, and Eileen sent me a text this morning, right? So we just want to make sure in our crazy little world that's going on right now that you guys, one of the things that my dad always told me every time I left, right, he goes, always be aware. Always be aware. And and now more than ever, we need to be aware of our surroundings and making sure that we, it's funny because Eileen scared the shit out of me this morning. I get out of my car and music's still playing, and all of a sudden she's there, and I scream, I'm like, why is someone gonna rob you? You gotta pay attention, right? And then all of a sudden, literally like 30 minutes later, she gets this notification that someone in Calabasas, right, was they were over in the Commons. They went to Wells Fargo. They went to CSB. Right? These people followed them clear to Wood Ranch restaurant in Agora Hills, had masks on, and robbed them at gunpoint. What was it?
I didn't even read them.
Yeah. So
But I got it this morning.
yeah, she got it this morning. Those concerned citizen things. Yeah. So. So anyway, just be careful, right? Just be cognizant. I mean, I know as we're always in our hamster wheel, and we're just like, what are you doing? Because she even said, oh, you don't need to worry about it, we're in Calabasas, right? So just we want to make sure that each and every one of you are safe, right? So just pay attention. I know it's hard sometimes when we're like in our heads and listening, not that. So just be aware of your surroundings. I mean, it's kind of crazy watching it from Wells Fargo to CSB or CBS.
Might have had an
It's a CSB file, huh?
Might put an ear
Really?
I heard about this. So the person withdrew by $10,000 from the bank, and they kind of knew about it. So I heard it was inside. They knew the person who was taking the money out of the bank.
Wow. And then they took their watches and all that kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, just be aware. Okay, we want everyone safe and sound and healthy and wealthy and wise and all that good stuff. All right. So we're all good? Yeah. Okay. And I always don't know what to do. There we go. Okay. Oh, so Andrew, thank you, Andrew, for that. So it's camping time. I actually camped. Anyway, are the campers here like real camping?
Oh. Today a lodge camper.
Right? Or you're a Four Seasons camper. Okay, so let me see. Philip,
Yes,
you want to be the quote person today?
sure.
Come on.
So I can read again. To be whole, to be complete, wildness reminds us what it means to be human, what we are connected to rather than what we are separate from. Terry Tempest Williams. Awesome.
So since Andrew picked that quote, can you tell us what that means to you?
Yeah, no, I think
But I'll have you try it.
getting out in nature, getting kind of connected to nature makes you feel connected to the world more. And hopefully bringing that kind of sense of peace and calm back into civilization.
Okay, let's go with that. That's really good. I love it.
I'm not as deep as Andrea. I was thinking just detachment. You know, to Steve Sax's point, you know, you could be at the Ritz or wherever, but to be away from your normal environment, it kind of gives you the headspace to think more clearly, to optimize what you're doing, or maybe just pivot in a direction that just lets you get further along. And then the next time you have that opportunity, you can reflect and look back and say, wow, look at all the stuff we accomplished in that time, whatever that is. I find it with camping, you just double down with the kids, but it could be anywhere.
No.
Can I add? I think it kind of makes me feel like it's a reminder that there are things out there that are way bigger than me. You know, me and my little world of problems or whatever, it's nothing.
Email, yeah, it's nothing, the grander scheme of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
And appreciation to have a flushing toilet and not a pit toilet. For those who- Or for those who really go on the outback, you gotta dig a cabin hole and leave your mark on nature. Okay, but- Sorry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it's always important to, you know, we always talk about reflection, right? And it's important to really, one, see how far you've come to, right? And understand what you've gone through, but two, come from a place of appreciation and gratitude, right? Just like, so, oh my God. Whatever. What does that mean exactly?
I don't know.
Anybody?
We stop, we don't say.
Hakuna Matata.
I can't remember the title. I like that one. It seemed like I said that in like Bluebird or something. Okay, so let's go. Anniversaries. Woohoo! Look at that. We have people that have been here a while, right? Let's see, who's the longest? Ooh, Ray. Ray's been here 12 years. Congratulations. Yeah, so that's so awesome. So congratulations and happy anniversary to all our amazing agents. So thank you for your dedication and commitment. Greatly appreciated. Woo! And then we have birthdays, right? So happy birthday, everybody who's on here. Jessica, Luis, Emil, Cheyenne. Oh, Cheyenne's out there. Yeah, so happy birthday. So we have some Leo's in here, and then what's after Leo? I'm sorry, I'm gonna think about you. Virgo. All right, so happy birthday to everybody, and we do have cake for you in celebration. Okay, more names. So July closing, woohoo, of 2022. July was an interesting month, don't you think? Was it a little crazy?
Weird.
It was totally weird. And I have statistics that will be going through, pulled up the new trend graphics for you guys so you can kind of see. So I will, though, gonna probably lecture a little bit on listing taken or lack thereof. Right? So just want to make sure everyone is getting focused on the right things during this. But congratulations. We had a lot of people tapping as well. So Pengamay's here, where is she? Oh, right there. Closing. So Robin, Nikki, Katie, Belustro, Christina, just a lot of people on here. So congratulations to you, Ray Rod, and the Luker Real Estate Group, which we'll hear from here shortly. He'll give another commercial update. So capping, woo, Julie. Congratulations to you. Yay, so 100%, there's 100% for the next few months. I remember texting her and she's like, wait, what? I did. So she was super excited, so proud of you. And then David Shemesh, congratulations. At 100% now. And I just found out his mom came in, Ella. She's gonna be working here more. So it's Ella, the mom, David, and the daughter, and David's daughter, Natalie. But they just took 13 listings.
Wow, there you go.
Wow, so that's exciting. That will be coming on board. So congratulations, David. Woo. And Ashley Rogers, congratulations. 100%. She just got back from vacation a couple weeks ago and coming back to 100% of her commission being earned. And then look at Pam Lee. So congratulations, Pam. So you capped and then you capped again. it keeps getting faster and faster for you. So congratulations. Oh, look at that. Was I surprise you? So congratulations to Andrew. You're welcome. So new agents who joined. Hey, Alan, how are you? So Andrew passed his exam on Friday. So congratulations. So yes. So super thrilled for him. So new agents who joined since the last team meeting, Bo and Jonathan, they're both commercial. Thank you. So they're both commercial agents that joined our office, Caesar, and then of course Andrew Van Schonenfeld. I did all right. All right. I always like telling Siri to pronounce his name, so that always gives me a little chuckle. Please call. I could say call Andrew, and he goes, "Oh, calling Andrew Van Jones." Right. So great name. Okay, where? Oh, we have a special announcement. You guys have no idea. Or Andrew and I, it's been a journey. So I appreciate. I know sometimes things take a little longer than we all want, especially in this age of instant gratification, right? So there was something that we no longer had, and then we had to rebuild, right, over the last few months. So you all been waiting for it. Drum roll, please. Woo! It's our resource site. Remember we used to have the KW Calabasas hub?
Yes.
So now we have KW Calabasas info. Can I click on it? Yay! Oh my God. Okay, so thank you, Andrew, for one, dealing with me, and then two, for all your hard work on all this kind of stuff. So this is an incredible place for you guys. This is Najee. And there's Arthur. So she's joining, he's joining, so congratulations, we're not on board yet. Yeah, so as you can see, that we have all the information of the office. So this is the true resource site. And those of you that don't want to wait for the calendar, look, you can go to career development, August training calendar, bam, right? It's all there for you. I don't know where I'm going now. Okay, can I go back? Yep. Right, so we have tech. We all have marketing, concierge, the market trends. Two are up here. Let's see, wait, it's kind of slow. And then those of you, it takes a while for these to populate, that always are looking for vendors, right? We have the vendor list up here, so you can always go there if there's a certain, if you need a home inspector, mold inspector, anything like that. And if you don't see your preferred vendor on the list, just let Andrew and I know, and we can add them on. Okay. So anyway, are you guys excited?
Yeah.
Woo! Holy moly. Okay. Oh wait. I get it down here right here. And full screen. Okay, so exciting. All right. We have, as you guys all know, Calabasas Escrow.
Yeah.
So super excited. You guys like the logo?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, huh? So that's compliments of Heather. So is Brian? Oh, there we are. Oh, so come on up. Lisa and Brian. And you guys met him last time. Super excited. So do you guys have any updates or reintroduce yourself?
Yeah, so Brian came from another restaurant company. I came from the Studio City. I'm still in both offices at the moment with Studio City, so I'm running both. Brian's here full time. He's excellent. He has so much knowledge in escrow that at such a very young age compared to me. That I'm very impressed by him already. I'm looking forward to working with you all. I believe he is as well.
Yeah.
And we're just here for everybody, and He's here all the time. I'm trying to get in here more. Right now, I'm in here Tuesdays and Thursdays. When business picks up a little more, I'm sure I'll be here a lot more. Hopefully, I'm here full time and I have my girls over there that can run that one. And we're just trying to build up this office, let you guys have somebody in-house again. So you don't have to run anywhere. You can come to our desk. If you guys have questions, we're right there. If your clients need to come in, we can handle everything here. You don't have to go outside of the company, outside of the office. We're all here. And you can call us. Our business cards should be here. I believe AJ ordered them. They should be here in the next few days. So we'll have them out. My cell phone number is on my business card, so you can always reach me. And we're just so excited to be here and to work with all of you. Okay, so please just give us a tap. Let us show you what we can do and how easy we can make your escrow for you. And we do commercial, residential, I will do anything you ask me to do, so there you go.
Be careful with that.
So, yeah. We're excited.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah,
Thank you, Lisa. and Thank you,
absolutely.
Brian.
Let me know if you're-
Yeah, so like I said, this has been, a few months, like I said, we all want instant gratification. I'm that person as well. So thank you again for your patience and allowing us to make sure that, we had to wait for the ZBA, I mean, there's so much stuff, and make sure that we had the right person. And I'm thrilled that we beyond have the right people with Lisa and Brian. So thank you. Yes, so Claire Mark. Haley, come on.
Hi, guys. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the classes we're going to be teaching this month in the office. So starting tomorrow, every single Wednesday throughout August at 2 p.m., we're going to be teaching our social farming series. And it'll be in person and over Zoom. And for those of you guys who haven't heard of social farming, it's something that's completely unique to Clearmark Title. Excuse me. It's something completely unique to Clearmark Title. And we're going to teach you how to take traditional farming tactics and apply that to your social media channels in order for you guys to lead generate and pull the most comprehensive real estate data. And I'm really excited to bring this to your office. And I hope to see you guys there tomorrow.
Well, when they're recording.
Yes, they will.
Okay, and then do you know where we'll be able to find it? Will it be on YouTube?
Andrew.
Will.
Yeah, I will let you guys know. Yeah, of course. Thank you
Awesome.
guys.
Thanks, Haley. Yeah, so Andrew does a good job at updating the our YouTube channel with our trainings and such on there. So he sends out the recording of the team meeting same day, and then by the end of the week, he always updates with whatever training that happened that particular week. So we're building a nice little library for that. So thank you, Haley. So we'll wait for Ray to come when he's done with his meeting. We'll go through, we'll get the commercial, right? The commercial update. So one of the things I wanted to go through with you guys today is talk about obviously the market. And do any of you remember when Stephen Thomas came? When was that? January? No, March? I don't know. I have 12 I can pick from. So yeah, before, a few months ago, but I do have him scheduled for September 27th. I believe that's the date, the second team meeting. So the economist, he's incredible. So I'm super excited to hear what he has to say. So make sure that you guys are attending that particular office meeting. So I pulled the stats up that go through the end of July, right? So we all felt this. Right? Listings sold and none. No, I'm kidding. There's 112. But we, not only us, not only Forward Living, all the offices out there. And you felt it, right? We're just kind of like, okay, is this going to be the new norm? But remember, keep in mind too, I had a conversation with a newer agent last night, and she was feeling overwhelmed and like nothing's happening. And I'm like, it wasn't just you. Right? It doesn't matter how experienced you were. There are a lot of things that were happening. Some people were feeling well, right? And had a little COVID spike too. But a lot of people were going on vacation. right? It's kind of people were going on vacation because they've been pent up for a long time. They're like, okay, now's the time. But two, how volatile with the interest rates, how volatile was just life in general? So people are like taking a step back, like, holy moly, let's wait, let's figure it out, da da da. And then some people are starting to come into grips that, oh, we missed the height of the market. Oh, maybe I should start selling, maybe I should sell. That's why we have to really dig into their motivation, right? If it's just about the money, then it will probably won't be able to help them, just all depends. But you can see too, look at this, right? Inventory's gone up. So for sale, and then they just weren't selling. Days on market are going down, but only 112 of the 335 sold, right? So people are just like, okay, hold your roll. Is that what you guys are kind of feeling out there, that people are, and I know, I love the story that I've told you before about when your buyers got that one place for 1.25.
Yeah.
Went from 1.8.
1.875, and then the interest rates kept going and kept falling out of escrow, My developers just said, hey, interest rates are dropping, so we're gonna lower our price 3 times. So they started out at 1.5, then they went with a different buyer. And then they came back to us after that fell out 2 weeks later, and my client offered 100,000 less. And they went back to a different buyer, and that fell out, and they came back to us a week and a half later, and then we offered another 100,000 less. And then they came back, they went with another offer, and then they came back to us a week after that, and they accepted our offer of 1.35. And then they did some shenanigans, and my client said, okay, we'll take it as 1.25 non-contingent, and we're in escrow now, 1.25 from 1.875 down to 1.25.
But it was originally listed at what?
999, but they have 47 offers.
So they're still getting above list price.
Yeah, but
Right.
it's a total fixer upper in Candy Cane Lane.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good job.
Yeah, we'll see. We go a long way to go. These guys are pains in the ass on both sides.
Yeah. So, yeah, so, a lot of things are happening. So here you can see, right, that the days on market are creeping up, right, which we all know. So it's up to 23 days. Okay, 23 days on the market is still not bad. Okay, we're just used to, I don't know, like 15, 14, 0, right? And people are still getting multiple offers on things, and some of it can be area specific. But you can see they're still getting sales price to original list price 100%, right? So that tells me right there that people are getting a little bit better at pricing, maybe they're meeting it more in the middle. So so right here, right, look at, and remember these areas I'm including all the Calabasas, Hidden Hills, West Hills, and Woodland Hills. So this is just our micro market here. But you can see, boom, 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 boom. It did a little uptick in April, and then it's been coming down. But the sold and for sale, hopefully will meet a little bit. And then average price per square foot, $647. Went up a little bit, but this is what I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, in between May and June, we had 1.3, then to 1.6 months of inventory, right? And then in July, it went to 3 months of inventory, still a seller's market, right? But 3 months of inventory. So we've almost doubled in inventory in a month, okay, in those particular areas. So, and I'm going to compare it to what our office did as far as taking listings. So we took in, what month are we? So June, we took 19 listings. July, we took 17 guys and gals, while the market, the inventory doubled. So what does that tell me? We need more focus on taking listings. But the good news is, as of August 8th, 8 days in, we've already taken 12 listings so far this month.
Doesn't it also represent one state on the market? I think they're selling.
Yes, for sure. So it's not only, right, is double, but it's staying on the market longer. Correct. So, but still, we are having significantly more listings come on the market, right? So therefore, we want to make sure that we take advantage of this opportunity to take more listings, right? And being okay with those conversations, right? Being okay with the conversations of speaking to sellers, right? So how many of you are maybe afraid to talk, and you just took 2 listings, right? Didn't you, Hangman? Are they in escrow yet? They're pretty, they're nice. Nice listings, so congratulations on that. So are there any of you out there, whether Zoom land or here, I know we've talked about taking listings before, right? And having that be your focus, because that's where you get to control your business. So are any of you out there feeling uncomfortable taking listings or having those conversations with sellers? Are you focused on sellers? I know you are for sure. I know Eileen is, I know Hangame is. So talk to me about how we're feeling about taking listings and having those conversations with sellers. Okay, I'll talk to you. All right. So where are my, oops, I think I messed up my, oh, here we go. Okay, so we want to make sure this is your time to shine. This is your time, because we're not, okay, so like Steve and Roger, you guys have been in the business for a long period of time and seen all these peaks and valleys and all that kind of stuff. And so, but,
You can't be afraid to tell them that their house isn't the prettiest girl on the block.
yeah,
And it's not as worth as much as they think. I had a meeting yesterday with someone who thought their property was worth more because it saw something on Redfin and the other line of sight. And they said, well, maybe we can get 1.3, 1.4. I said, no, 1.1 house. And it's an off-market fixer-upper that I ran a listing appointment for yesterday. And he's gonna talk to his sister, and supposedly they're gonna let me sell it at 1.1 off-market. So we'll see.
yeah.
But you can't be afraid to tell the client the truth. You said, don't let someone else buy your listing by telling you it's worth that much more. You want to sit on the market or you want to sell it.
And the market's changed.
Absolutely.
We have to understand, I just put out, weeks ago, hasn't come out yet. And I've got 3 calls from him wanting to raise the price. And I keep telling him, no.
Yeah.
It's a giant mistake, well, someone has to present his neighbor this house, and just to really make them understand it's not the same as a couple months ago. It's not.
Yeah, and like we see with the 3 months of inventory, there's more competition. So there's more competition for the listing, and so therefore to be able to get it to sell, so it's not going to become a stagnant listing, is to price it accordingly. And you know what, I wanted to ask you guys, it wasn't on my notes, I wanted to ask you guys, I feel like I'm seeing a trend with some agents that they're going out and getting, the seller wants an independent appraisal before they list.
I think that's a mistake.
Totally, thank you. I'm like, I would never recommend, because it's never typically an independent appraiser, and tell me if I'm wrong, if an independent appraiser goes out there, they usually overprice it.
Right.
And they're not gonna do the same. Yeah.
But a lender's only going to appraise it for what the contract price is if it can hit it.
Yeah.
Because I just did an appraisal the other day and I said to him, I go, what do you think it's worth? He goes, well, what I can hit it, what I think it's worth and what I can think it's gonna hit at are 2 different numbers. Because we're not going to give it more than the contract price. I've worked with this appraiser a half a dozen times over the last decade. He told me this, Steve, we're just hitting the number on the contract price because we have too much liability and exposure if we go over the market value, because then the sellers think that their house is worth more than that if they find out what the appraised value is of the house. So we will not do we're not going to hit it above the contract price. If it hits the contract price, we'll bracket it on both sides with a comp lower and a comp above to hit and bracket it properly, but we're not going to go all the way. It's a $1.25 million purchase or contract price. We're not going to hit it at 1.35 or 1.4 if we think it's worth that, just because of exposure.
Yeah, buyer won't get a difference.
Right. Well, the buyer's not going to pay the higher price, and the seller's going to want to find a way to back out because they figure their house is being sold under the market value, and then the listing agent's under exposure for selling it too cheap, and then the buying agent's at risk of losing the deal.
What, Ellen?
I find that buyers right now, pretty big, because they compete. Exactly, they feel like they overpaid, this, as soon as something hits, there's an issue they cancel. So, you know, they gotta make sure that not only that it's priced right, but that you sell it at the right price as well. And, you know, the buyer feels that they're getting a good deal after all, they're just not going to consummate the sale. And that's what's happening. Also with sellers, you know, if somebody's seen on the market for a week or two and you're not in a contract, maybe have a conversation with the seller, not necessarily to reduce the price, but maybe to make it more beautiful. Like I had a seller, I sat down and I said, you know what, the prices are not that great. And we just placed an order, we're getting brand new prices. So we're spending $3 or $4 grand to make the listing beautiful rather than what would a $4,000 price reduction.
That makes a big difference for the client. It really does.
You know, have that conversation with the seller, be open about things, give them a week or 2 weeks, you know, suggestions about what's going on and feedback. Contact the agents that actually came in.
Yeah.
Hey, what did you think about it? Oh, well, my buyer thought this, my buyer. I had a conversation with an agent, ended up escrowing another property. And then I had a conversation with them and they said, you know what, we did the inspection, the AC is so old, you know, we can't even fix it, the buyer is so too long. I said to them, well, you know, my AC is not even a year old. So they canceled their deal, they put it off for one problem, just by having a conversation, so have that conversation.
Yeah, absolutely. 'Cause nothing, thank you, Ellen. Nothing's better than feedback from the people that are looking at the buyers determine the market, right? So if you can figure out from them, right, this is golden information. And two, it's secondhand information that you're giving to your seller and it's not you. Because sometimes they don't want to hear what you want to say, right? So even though you're trying to help them, but yeah, following up with the people that were there, hey, give me your honest feedback of what's going on. But those, pardon,
I said, that's great feedback for price reduction.
totally.
Like, how long can they actually sit, you know, on market, paying mortgage or whatever it is, if it's vacant or wherever they need to be. So it's like going back to the consultation, where are the pain points?
Yeah.
Does it hurt enough that they wait a year before it sells? And then, yeah, at least you know, hey, they're not desperate to sell or the pain's not there.
Yeah.
Whereas like, no, Philip, I'm paying 3 mortgages. I need to get this one off my back. What do we need to do to sell it? Or if they're really adamant about, hey, I can wait, or I can put a new tenant in there, do the math. Like, okay, how much are you gonna rent it out for? How solid is that? What's the PITI? What are you really paying for in that time? And are we now gonna chase the market a year? And,
And there's a lot of economists right now that are projecting 10% decreases between now and next summer. So the market's not gonna get better in the house. Like the sellers, you have to educate them where they're saying, well, we lost a percentage amount over the last 90 to 120 days, but we're gonna hold off until the market corrects and goes back up again, because interest rates are supposed to be coming back down. You know, let them know that the correction's not gonna, it's not going to end in the immediate, it's gonna continue to go down, and the market's gonna correct where it should be, which is gonna be an 8%, 10% drop over the next 2 quarters. And that's the reality of it.
Yeah, so it's just having those, you know, just being honest, we are the consultants and just giving them the cold hard facts. Right, and then like everyone's saying, it comes down to motivation. Right, if they're truly not motivated to sell, I mean, we can't create that motivation for them. Right, so figuring out what their pain point is or their pleasure or whatever, right, that. And then you speak to that, and sometimes it's okay to say, hey, you know what, maybe, because remember when they say, hey, now a good time to buy or sell, well, it all depends. Right, that's what we say, it all depends, and that's when you go digging deeper on it. So, like I said, let's go back to, but the appraisal part, if your sellers are asking you to have them get an independent appraisal, I wouldn't go there.
I'd rather get a free home.
If you are in a declining market, that appraisal is picture of that may be too high. Even in a nigger, never gonna agree to
Yep.
price. And the other thing about days on market, you know, when the buyer's mentality shifts, you know, they may not be rushing out to see the house on the first day on the market. And then you think, you know what, let's wait a week, 10 days, let's see if the house sells. Might find that happens a lot. And then 2 weeks later, you'll get multiple offers. You know, so that first week, don't panic.
Yeah, for sure. It was interesting. So I just wanted to go over some things real quick regarding, the mindset around taking the listings, right? The mindset around that. And it was interesting. You guys all know about Cody Gibson, especially Christine Wheeler. That's her heartthrob. So anyway, it was interesting. He goes,
I missed that. Say that again. What did you say?
I said, I mentioned Cody Gibson's name.
Oh God.
Oh,
Yes, my face is red now. Okay.
So funny. Cody Gibson. Cody Gibson is just an incredible agent. Has the largest expansion teams across the United States. I don't know when this was, but he closes thousands of deals, and has people all around the world. I mean, all around the United States. But he had someone ask him about, an agent called him and asked him, hey, I want to get 10 listings too a month, right? And he said to him, you probably won't. And he goes, what? I said, you probably won't, because you're talking as if you're going to get them, but you don't get them. You sign them, you take them. Really, so the difference between saying I got 200 listings and I took 200 listings boils down to the words that we use, right? And I know you guys are probably tired of my mindset stuff, right? But too bad, right? Because it's how you think, your belief structure, and in your conviction and intention on taking listings and doing your business. So if you're like, I'm taking 2 listings each and every month, then you take 2 listings each and every month, because that's your belief, that's in alignment with what you do and how you're going to go about your business, right? Because everything is intentionality, and then that belief. Like, you speak that way all the time. Like, okay, this is a done deal. It may not be a done deal yet, but it's a done deal. Come high or hell water. Hell or high water. That's right. Yeah. I do that all the time. So anyway, he's gonna get it. So everything really boils down to your mindset on it. So first pivotal piece of taking it is make peace. You guys are gonna love this one. Make peace with the fact that you have to lead generate every day until you have an appointment. Right? Just come to grips with that. Master the mundane. Okay, no matter what, whether it's Tom Ferry, Mike Ferry, Maps Coaching, whatever, it's mastering the mundane. You guys have to come to grips that you have to lead gen each and every day. So what's your mindset? And you lead, because the intention behind lead gen and making the calls, being face-to-face, however you guys go about getting your leads, is the number one goal is what? We've talked about this a gazillion times. Yeah, thank you. Congratulations on your first closing too. I mean, TV, bringing the daughter, sorry. So, but yeah, so which one am I gonna do? The disciplined pursuit of more. What can I bring on, get good at, and then bring on something else? So, a lot of times, especially in this industry, Sheena, for you, for example, you just been getting on board and everything. How many gazillion different shiny objects have been in front of you already?
I know, I'm confused.
Yeah. Right? There's so many different things. So we always talk, hey, have 4 to 6 different lead sources coming in, different revenue streams. Pick one, get good at. Have one that fits your personality and fits your superpower, etc. Get that down, then add another one. But it's a matter of just doing it, right? We make it more complicated than it needs to be, right? So just go out and do it. It's important. It's about improvement and the path of improvement, right? It's not a magic, there's no magic pill, there's nothing. It's just about getting in front of the people that want to buy or sell or invest. That's it. You guys are trying to find those people. It's a numbers game, no matter how you want to look at it. Well, I just want to have friends. No, just talk to more people about real estate. Just talk to them. Okay? Everyone gets into, I love this part. Everyone gets into real estate for the freedom, flexibility, and financial wealth. But what most agents do is they take the freedom and flexibility part. Right, and not the financial freedom. We have such an amazing financial vehicle here to get you guys anything and everything that you want in your wealth building, okay? So a lot of times, it's the freedom and flexibility to work more and can get your inconsequential items done at 5 a.m. so you can actually do your cold calling, prospecting, and everything by 8. So the flexibility and the freedom is about doing your job when you want it, when you can do your job, right? It's not about, I don't have to work right now, right? So a lot of times people have a misconception when they get into real estate, oh, I have all this flexibility. Yeah, you're not working, and it's a myth.
You're a 24-hour-a-day real estate agent. You've got less time than a regular 9-to-5 job. You're working 24/7 when you're a real estate agent. Whether it's a Friday or Saturday, or if you're out of state, like I'm sure Andrew, when he was on vacation a week ago, was still fielding emails and calls. That's not a vacation. You're still working though. But the opportunity is you get to pick and choose when those hours are that you're working, but it's still 24/7 a week.
It's a lifestyle.
Right.
It's a lifestyle. So, and then, we can go on a totally different tangent about, the guilt and all that kind of stuff, right? Then when you're not working, you feel like you should be resting. When you're resting, you feel like you should be working. It's the that little thing that we do.
Kind of have your 3 F days. You have your focus days, your flex days, your freedom days. You got your monthly calendar, you block off, hey, I'm going on vacation these 9 days of the month. I got these flex days built into some of those. I have my focus days where I'm just going to crush it for 8 to 12 hours in a day or whatever that is. And then you balance itself out. But you didn't find expectation. I know there's some crazy ones you're trying to step out for 10 minutes and hash out what you need to hash out. But that's not like absorbing your entire day either. There's ways to kind of set yourself up for success and not feel like you're Jim Rose thing where when I'm working, I feel guilty because I want to be with my family. And when I'm with my family having fun, I feel guilty not being at work.
Yeah.
I don't know, I was at Fenway Park last Saturday watching the game, and I was on my phone emailing, on a Saturday afternoon doing docs for clients trying to get some stuff in place during the baseball. So
Hire virtual assistant.
Huh?
Hire an assistant.
but you're working 24/7, no matter where you are. If you really want to be successful, you have to be prepared to do work whenever it's available, whenever it comes up. You have to be able to be responsive, no matter what time of day or night. I mean, that's just the game.
I went on vacation years ago with my family, I had my phone, my daughter said to me, stressed out, and it actually is the opposite.
Exactly.
If I'm available, I'm not getting called all day, but I can deal with something, I actually, you can do it from anywhere, so you can answer the call, you just drive it, and you enjoy your time.
Exactly.
Alan,
Also, I would recommend to reach to your sphere of influence, the friends, friends of friends, family of friends.
Yeah.
Like I met a lady who's a mutual friend of a friend, May of last year, Mother's Day. Now we start talking, and I'm getting into this thing tomorrow because I nurtured it all this time, followed it, made the calls, and I went and met with them, et cetera, but May of last year, I mean, we're like, but it's $1 million listing, and I'm gonna put it on the market today.
that's awesome.
Which brings me to my next suggestion, is maybe we can start pitching our new listings again, create that excitement.
I'm totally okay with that.
We used to do that all the time. Hey, getting a new listing, coming out tomorrow, it's $1 million, and it's Banana Hills, and.
Yep.
So that can also create, and then we have like a listing board with all the new listings, and we used to like, every meeting we go there and just create that camaraderie again, that atmosphere, that's gonna bring excitement. Excitement brings action.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have, Andrew created a listing board for a spreadsheet that we put on that TV until we can get like the physical one, so we have that. And then also utilize the WhatsApp to let people know too, create that. And then also Andrew's gonna kill me when I say this, but Andrew does the active campaigns too, when new listings come out, that go to the whole office and in our market share, etc. So, but yeah, so in our team meetings, definitely, you know, well, at the end, can we wait till the end?
I'm happy to do the active campaigns with the e-blast. We have about 25,000 contacts on that. If you guys come to me with a flyer, that's helpful, and just the subject line. And then we just have to basically activate your email in the system, and we can blast those out. We're getting about 800 to 1,000 click-through rate on most of those emails. And if you want me to create something kind of more custom for you, that we create a template and then we can duplicate that and just swap out pictures and property descriptions. That takes a little more time. We have to schedule that. But if you already have a flyer ready to go, we can get those out pretty quickly. So happy to do that.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so I'm just gonna blast through these real quick. 10 tips for earning more listings. Right? The first one is unlearn the myth that taking listings is a skill. Right? It's simply the intersection of desire and habit. Right? Desire and habit. So we really allow your team to assist you on this, right? But don't make it harder than it is. Okay, don't make it harder than it is. It's all about finding the people that are motivated. So the next one is shift your mindset. Big success begins with bold intention. We talk about intentionality and being purposeful all the time. So instead of I hope to get X amount of listings a month, I am taking X amount of listings per month. And allow the momentum, guys and gals, allow the momentum to happen. Right? Don't get frustrated. Oh, it's a prospected all week. Good. Good for you. That's 1 week you're into the game, right? Remember, it's a 90-day cycle. You have to have the momentum. Get the momentum going. Have the focus of make one listing appointment each and every day. Right? There's 21, 22 business days per month. Right? So then you can, some of them will fall through. So you can actually go on 12 to 14 appointments, right? Isn't that one of your jobs? One of your income producing activities is going on appointments. That's what we thrive for. But we hate how we have to go about getting them. That's the weird little dichotomy of, is that the right word? Whatever, that's a weird little twist to our real estate business. Oh man, I love negotiating contracts and going on appointments. Oh, I hate doing what I have to do to get there. Sorry, it's the necessary evil, right? To be able to be successful and allow yourself, you're always going to be improving, etc. The next one, don't manufacture motivation, uncover it. Uncover it. I know a lot of times where people are saying, oh yeah, you'll bring me a free market analysis? Sure. Oh my God, I got a listing appointment and go take that listing. Okay, they just want to know what maybe their house is worth. Right? I know we get super excited, especially when we're newer, right? It's like, oh, I totally know it. And you've had no pre-qualifying questions. You attach to that, you go over there and they're just like, yeah, I'm not moving anywhere.
And my value is zero.
I'm alone when I want to have a conversation with you. Right? Oh, maybe, you know, but we're here to help them. Uncover the motivation. Don't manufacture it. Okay. The next one is institute follow-up Wednesdays or any other day of the week. Because the other necessary evil to lead gen is what? Exactly. Lead follow-up. Hey, I'm guilty. All of us are guilty of it. Right? Where we spend all the time lead generating and then we don't follow up. Like there's times Eileen's just like, oh man, I didn't follow up with this person, and they listed their home, etc. Right? Follow up. If you're not going to follow up, then don't lead gen and then don't do real estate. I'm just saying, not to be hardcore or anything, but I speak the truth. Right? Okay, so institute follow up, pick whatever day, and you can keep it simple. A lot of times we're like, yes, we want you to role play and script practice it and know what to say, the questions to ask, right? Because that's how you uncover motivation, so on and so forth. But when you call to say, hey, just following up on that. Anything real estate related? No, we're good. Perfect. Goodbye. right? Sometimes we overcomplicate it. Does anybody other than me overcomplicate things sometimes?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not the only one. Okay, perfect.
It's fun.
It's like, it's like, slow down, hold on, stop, breathe. Oh, and one thing I've noticed I need to bring to everyone's attention is, and this is the side note, but don't be emotionally attached to the outcome. Right? Don't be emotionally attached to the outcome whatsoever, because it has nothing, if people make a decision not to sell or not to buy or not to talk to you or whatever the case may be, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It doesn't have anything to do with you, so stop being attached to it. And then don't be desperate about it, right? So that means, what is that? Yeah, just, right? Just detach from the outcome and then just go do more of the things that you need to do. Publish one, I have a buyer post per week on social channels, right? Your audience will take notice of things that you guys need. So I have a buyer post just one time a week, right? Set up strategic competition, right? So if anyone, so this one's talking about, what is, FOMO? Yeah, right, I get that. Like, I wanna go, why am I invited? So, but a lot of people have that, right? The fear of missing out. So sometimes when you do have a listing, if you've ever shown a home for a client, while another agent is also showing the home, right? People are like, what if they make that offer? Especially when our industry was like so crazy, everyone's like, oh my God, all 47 of us need to write an offer, right? Because we're afraid that we're gonna miss out on this incredible opportunity. So set up strategic competition. Next one, stay in touch with your seller every week, right? Use the 2x3 method during the listing appointment. You let them know when you're going to be reaching out to them and their updates, etc. And then I love this part. Know the difference between practice time and play time. Right? Know the difference between practice time and play time. A popular musician isn't getting paid 20 million to play to a crowded stadium. By then, they're just enjoying themselves. They're getting paid for the years that they spent playing to an empty room. Right? Like a musician, you're getting paid to practice your listing presentation for bare minimum 30 to 45 minutes a week, so you can be worry-free and have fun at the listing presentation. The listing presentation is your concert. Guys, gals, unicorns, I don't care, right? Who's practicing their listing presentation every week? Interesting.
To week it.
So practice, right? I always make references to athletes, right? If we actually treated our it's football season starting. Anyway, football season started. They've been practicing. They practice all the time. They stay in shape most of them. They stay in shape all year long,
Spring training.
right? And then they're in spring training, so then they can be at their optimum performance on game day.
Go drop the charges.
Yes. Thank you.
Something else.
You got Russell Wilson. Good luck with that. He's all retired. No one can. So.
You got Melissa and Matt coming on the other thing.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
So practice your trade, right? What would your business look like if you actually acted like you were a professional athlete, right? Or an Olympian or anything like that? Do you think your business would be different at all? Okay, thank you. So I'm off my soapbox. Anybody have anything they want to say, contribute, blah, blah, blah? No. Okay.
I have for me, I know for the past 2 weeks I took off of work and that was completely new since I've been in real estate. But my son had open heart surgery. So I took it off, like my mind was like, I'm not focusing on anything, I'm looking at emails or anything. And then yesterday, like for the past 2 days, I've been like sad. I'm like, it worked. I haven't looked at an email. So I just got overwhelmed. Like, I feel like I'm lost. I feel like I'm starting all over again. So I got emotional. My husband was like, go to the office. So So you can be in your space again and just, so thank you for today, because it's like refreshing, like I needed that, because your mindset, it's all about your mindset. So yeah, just refocus.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better.
Oh, wow. Well, awesome. Well, thank you for being here. I'm glad your little man's all good and it's always scary. Scary stuff.
My third son that had it.
Wow.
So out of the 7, 6 of them all born with heart defects, only one did it. And there's 4 boys, 3 girls, and only 3 boys had it, 1 boy, nothing. So,
Wow.
but thank you, Jesus, no more open heart surgeries.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, God bless and love, light, prayers, all that. So, and thank you for bringing that up because it is all about engagement, right? It's all about engaging, being around one another, jumping into the trains, jumping in the calls, coming to our social events, all that kind of stuff, just being part of the mix, right? That's because we're here to help and support and love on each other to get through the tough times personally, professionally. So we're our tribe, right? We're the High Vibe tribe, the Calabasas tribe, etc. So, appreciate each and every one of you immensely, and thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Okay, we always run. Okay, Cindy.
See, we're hiding.
Yeah.
High point. Okay, so, what are rates doing these days? Well, it's interesting because last week or whatever it was, the Fed, raised the interest rates and everyone was like, the rates are raised, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And then what happened the very next day? Mortgage rates came down because guess what? We don't follow that rate. That leaves consumer rates, things like HELOCs and stuff like that. But the mortgage rates go along with the bond market. So mortgage rates have actually come down. They're starting to come down. Yip, yip, yip. And it's right now, as of 7/7, they have the rates right around the 5% mark. Actually, today it's closer to around 5.5, but that's fine. It's fine. But I wanted to just kind of put this in a little bit of perspective as to why this has been somewhat of a struggle for people. Because when rates were 3.5%, if somebody wanted to buy a $900,000 house, they'd be looking at an all-in payment, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance of about $5,500. And then raise that rate now to 5.5 instead of 3.5. And that same payment now is $1,000 more. That's a lot. That's a big difference on a monthly basis. If you wanted to keep your payment around that $4,500 mark, then you'd have to drop your purchase amount to $750,000. So a $750,000 house or a $900,000 house, which do you want? And then to make matters worse, in the pricing world, we've got conforming limits that go up to 650,000. We have high balance limits that go from 650 to 980, and then we have jumbo pricing. So the best pricing, this it's at conforming and jumbo. The high bale is the worst pricing of all. The high bale right now is 6.125 with 1.25 points.
Paying up 1.25, why down?
Yes. To get to 6.125, yes.
So you're looking at a $15,000 cost on a jumbo loan just to get it down to
Not a jumbo, that's the high bale.
the high down. Okay, so.
That high bale category.
650.
650 and 980. So what that means is, yeah. And so if you're putting 20% down, you would be getting a house in the range of 800,000 to 1.3 million. Think about it. That's kind of the world's sweet spot for us right now. Almost all the houses up there are between 800 and 1.3 million, which
Prepare
means
for
that,
20 grand closing costs.
yeah. And if you're lucky and you've got, really good income and you can get a jumbo loan with a 43% debt ratio instead of the high bill where you can go up to 50, you could put 10% down or whatever. The high bill's got more flexibility.
Is that with LPMI or that's separate?
You still have to pay PMIs. So, yeah, it all adds up. So, if you're lucky enough to be make a lot of money, have a lot of down payment, you get jumbo pricing, or you can find a house that's under the 650 mark, then you've got your 5% rates, 5% rates, and you're good to go. But most of us are in that high bill, and it's still quite a struggle. So, I'd say that really the only way, and the other thing we're saying because of that is in the mortgage business, things have become so low. We are, we're not doing a lot of loans. We stopped doing refis for a while now. It is becoming more of a buyer's market now, but because of this affordability crunch, there's, there aren't as many buyers that are buying, so, and because it's slowed down, there's been some fallout. So we have a non-QM lender called Sprout that was quite big in the market. They just closed their doors recently. Caliber, they closed 100 of their retail offices. Loan Depot laid off a whole bunch of people. So it's time now where mortgage companies are starting to shrink and shut down. So what that means for you guys is a few things. First of all, be prepared for contingencies. So if you might be running along smoothly in your escrow, everything seems to be fine. Anything can happen up to the 11th hour in terms of a call on the lending. The lender could drop out. The parameters could change. Somebody could decide that they're not going to hold that, honor that rate anymore or whatever. All kinds of funky things can happen. So just be ready to smell danger at the first sight and grab me, grab me early on and let's see what we can do to try to find a solution. If you work with somebody like me who has everything at my disposal, then you eliminate some of that risk. But if you've got buyers out there who have a lender that they really want to work with, and just stay on top of it, ask for updates regularly, and then come to me if you need help. One thing that's really great about when I get those rescue calls is a lot of times I'll figure it out. Let's say the HOA situation is falling apart. So I'll figure it out on my end and I'll be able to find somebody who can do that loan. And by the mere fact that I figured out a way to do that loan, the other side was saying was impossible, then they're gonna suddenly go, oh, no, we can do it now. So
I can vouch for that. We had a condo in Greenville that I took the information, put on the contract. And then the renter, he liked the master policy of the complex. They wanted them to change their own master policy just to accommodate their buyers. In my case, there's no way. So I did this thing and he reached out to our back office. We figured out some sort of solution. We shared that solution with the buyers and then all of a sudden we funded it close. Thank you.
the other thing is, I'm really hoping that housing prices are going to start coming down. So encourage your sellers to consider lowering their prices because it's just tough for buyers. And if you've got buyers who have kind of gone dormant on you, get them back in the game. It's like there's houses now. Come on, come back. And I've been making a lot of those calls myself to my pre-quals and you guys have listings. I like to check my pre-qual population, see where they're looking. So we're all in this together. The sky is not falling, but it is a different market. It's shifting all the time. We just have to be agile. That's it. Great. Quick plug for my class at 11:30 today, all about real estate syndications. So if you are not aware of what they are, then you definitely want to be involved. It's great information for both active and passive real estate investors. So for those of you who really spend most of your real estate time just going after buyers and sellers, it also opens up your mind to what's going on in the investment side of the world so that you can be more savvy when you're talking to real estate investors. And, also kind of keep in mind things that you can do differently going forward as well.
Oh, this is the same Zoom or different, is it all on site?
It'll be on both Zoom and in person.
I thought this was.
Okay, I'm interested in that topic and I'm joining you from New Delhi, India right now.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. All right, so as we wrap up, I wanted to make one mention too regarding when you're having listings. Make sure you stay on top of your contingency removals. All right, and get those contingencies removed and don't be afraid of it. Okay, so that helps protect your sellers. Okay, so real quick, Danielle, thank you so much. You sponsored our lovely breakfast today. So you want to say hi real quick?
Well, I'd love to work with many of you, and if I haven't got to work with you, I can't wait to work with you. I'm with Old Republic Home Protection, and we cover the major appliances in the home. We also have a seller's coverage, that is when you're listing, you can put that seller's coverage on during the duration that time is on the market. Just make sure that your sale is not affected by if anything goes wrong with the appliances in the home is covered. And then it is a buyer's market, so we offer a 2-year plan that's available that I was really encourage you guys to look at. I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. But, if you need me, it's Danielle G at ORHP, and then I'll be around. And more information, but I look forward to working with you and adding value to your lives. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so as you can see our calendar, mega agent camp. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for the last team meeting. And then our happy hour, Mark King, woohoo, so on and so forth. So that said, make it a powerful and positive day. Let me go out and walk and go crush it out there, okay? Okay.